Hey everybody, it's Pupsy Animations, and today we are back with Evolution Park. There's not gonna be a lot of commentary today, but I'm just gonna, put in my 2 cents on things I want to see in JW 3. Because I plan to make a features I want in JW 3 video, like a full one, pretty soon. But just getting my surface level stuff out with the Pterosaur specifically, because I think they could be a lot better. First of all, I want like an actual gate that connects your aviaries to the outside world, so your rangers can go inside your aviaries and you can release your pterosaurs out into the world. And also I want them to have like if specifically with lagoons, I want them like skim the water with their beak, similar to like that one feature in the Isle. Because honestly, I think that'd be pretty cool. And also dive into deep water and lagoons, and in like lagoons they can interact with some of the marine reptiles. I think that would be fun. Anyways, here I'm releasing all the Dimorphodon. And, I'm gonna release Pteranodons and Geosternbergia. I was really just gonna do those two, but I felt like, Geosternbergia is actually a subspecies of Pteranodon, so, might as well have them both in Enclosure. But still, I'm glad Geosternbergia is in JW2. Geosternbergia was actually, the best looking, of the Pteranodon, JP3 Pteranodon, and, Geo. It looks the best between the three. Honestly, I'm still disappointed with Geosternbergia's dimorphism that we've seen, the weird. They could at least give it a nub at the back of the head. Like, for the female. But, like, you know what? It is what it is. I'll just wait for mods to fix that. Maybe I'll make a mod to fix that myself. If I learn modding. But, still. And now that pterosaurs are walking, that gives me hope that they'll have, like, 2 kill animations each. Like, one for when they're walking, and, like, one for, when they're running on the ground. For some of them, like, Quetzalcoatlus, and maybe, like, in Thanatos Dracon, and maybe something like Tropy Ignathus with her big teeth. Now, I think Tapijara should be made a herbivore, and Dimorphodon should be turned into an insectivore for, some variety in your enclosures. I feel like having all of them, but that one be, piscivores is kind of annoying. And also, I think, Thanatos Dracon and Quetzalcoatlus should actually require meat feeders. Because, they are, because, as Darkids are known for being, like, land predators. So, it would make sense for them to have it. I really do hope they added an option to make your aviaries taller, because they can get kind of annoying with, Quetzalcoatlus and Thanatos Dracon. They look pretty small compared to it. I understand why they don't have, like, a custom aviary maker instead of, like, the grid. I think it was, like, for the best. Because, weird model breaking if you use just, like, a drawing pen, kind of like, what's it called? Planet Coaster 2, and also, you have to attach buildings onto it, so it makes it easier to do it by a grid system, so, that's fair. But I do hope there's more customization. I hope they add, like, better terrain tools, like, you can actually make your aviary sunken in more, with the caveat, like, so you can't have, like, a floating aviary. That would be fun. I can't wait for the ramp tool to happen. It genuinely might be the greatest thing ever created. I mean, greatest might be a little bit of a stretch, but it'll be better for, making actual verticality into my park. I tend to not do it because of how awkward it is when you try to make ramps in JW2. Anyways, this whole viewing tower thing, I fixed it, in the tour. I didn't do a really good job of it right here, you know, not really too proud of it. It was weird when you viewed it. I think the idea is good. Having a viewing have like a tower so you can see all these Gelopteruses like flying around. It's a good idea, but I think I went about it the wrong way. I still think it's a nice looking aviary, especially with how small it is. Because, you know, Gelopterus doesn't really need that much space. Theoretically, in JW3, you can make, like, exhibits for your, smaller, dinosaurs with modular building, and, you know, even, like, Jalopus, you make, like, a small little bird cage for, and then delete the, actual bird cage thing. And then finally we have our Quetzalcoatlus and Thanatos Drake, and I put them together because, you know, they're the only Asdarchids in the game. And I think that's actually, not that bad of an idea. You know, they cover all the bases. You don't need Hatzagopter. Wait, check. For Pterosaurs, I don't really want, you know, that many in JW3. I mainly just want, like, Nyctosaurus, Pterodasturo, and, Thassilodromius. Sorry if I sound like, you know, out of it. I messed up on 3 recordings so far, so kind of tired. But, you know, we're here. Anyways, see you guys in the live tour. Okay. Okay, live tour. We're just gonna meander our way down here. We make it here and right there. Look over, you see that giant aviary? And it's accented by that massive statue. Gosh, this game can be beautiful sometimes. With modular building, I'm gonna make such great things in JW3. Obviously, you come through here. You can truly admire this massive pond. Then obviously, you go here to the aviary, and you can go to either side. Or, in case you want to, you could just look from the outside and see those beautiful, gentle giants. And obviously, if you're in here, you can catch a glimpse at a pterosaur, maybe. Just maybe. Maybe they're on the other side. There. Those guys love to hang out on the other side. You see them eating all their food. I really hope they do make Tapijara a plant eater if it makes it to JW3. And obviously, you go back. Then you see our Jurassic World styled aviary with your Geosternbergia, Pteranodon, the other Pteranodon statue, and some Dimorphodons right there. And when you enter in here, you see them all flying around. Honestly, I'm glad Geo is coming back for JW3. I actually think Geo looks better than the Jurassic World Pteranodon and the JP3 Pteranodon. And obviously, right here, I probably should fix that eventually. How does anyone enter this building anyway? I was clipped into the wall. And you look down. This didn't go as planned. I think this viewing tower was the wrong move. Probably should have sunk it into the ground. Let me see how that would work. Okay, right. But I push it right back there. Now that, and if we show, yeah, this is a lot better. Way better. Okay, back into our little tour. Okay, and then once you get in here, you finally see our Thanatos Dracon and our Quetzalcoatlus. I really hope they add larger aviaries, because specifically the Ketz looks kind of derpy here. What was that? Can they just flay up dirt? Is that just a thing I didn't know about? Still, I think I made a pretty good enclosure. This is like a great viewing gallery opportunity here. And then finally, you have a little plaza right here. You can go to this emergency shelter in case you need to hide, or a bathroom in case you need to take a leak. But I think I did pretty well here. And see you guys in the next episode.